You're listening to That Home Loan Hub. I'm Zibuni Salimova, here to make home loans and property investing simple, smart and stress-free. Let's get you closer to your property dreams. Hello and welcome back to That Home Loan Hub. I've got Kunj today. We're going to talk about private stuff. Hello, Kunj.
Kia ora, how are you?
Good, thanks. Kunj, what is private stuff we're going to talk about?
Private stuff, okay. Is buying privately a good idea, is what I thought we'll cover off on this episode.
Is buying privately a good idea? And this episode is a thanks to one of our listeners that sent us this question. Buying private. Do you think it's a good idea?
It has its pros and cons.
Let's talk about pros.
So the pro of going private is obviously you don't need to compete with a lot more buyers because it's privately. It could be through a family, a friend, a colleague or something that's private. So less competition, I think, is one of the pros there.
Well, there's no competition.
Yeah.
Right? You're buying it.
Yeah, you're buying it sort of thing. So yeah, if you've come up with a private agreement with this person and they're like, yes, I'll sell you my house, then yeah, there's no competition.
And usually we see those cases when it's a tenant buying off the landlord.
Yes.
So you already live in that house, you know the property, you know all the, the good things about the property and the bad things about the property, usually. And the landlord might want to sell it, and this is your opportunity to go first before they put it on the market.
Yeah.
So the pros is you get first dibs and you already know about the property.
Yeah. Well, and you don't have to move.
Oh, that's like a massive pro.
No packing your boxes.
No packing boxes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So these are our three pros. Let's talk about cons. What could be the con?
The cons, well, in I guess the bank's view, some actually require you to get a registered valuation. However, you need a registered valuation anyway if you're purchasing with less than 20% deposit.
Yep. So if you don't have 20% deposit, the bank will always require you to have valuation. But in private sales, even if you have 20% deposit, the bank will require valuation. So you just have to watch out for that. The other thing is sometimes people get too emotional. They might offer too much.
Yes. Hence why a registered valuation is recommended when you're buying privately to ensure that you're not overpaying or underpaying for that property.
Awesome. And what else do you think could be a con? I think again, buying emotionally, because you're buying because you don't want to move. But is that the best property for you? Is that the best property for your family? Yeah. Yes, right now maybe it's convenient for, you've got a good kindy nearby or you've got various groups. But is it good long-term for you in terms of schools and colleges and jobs, et cetera, et cetera? So you got to look at it from sometimes unemotional point of view and think, if you buy this property, how long are you going to stay in it for? Is it going to be the next 1 year or is it going to be the next 5 to 10 years? You got to think about the property material as well, like how much renovation it needs if you've been already living in it. But also sometimes people buy privately of the family members. And again, that could be not the best decision just because you want to save the house. If it's like a family house and it means a lot to you, but you might end up losing money on it. And we have clients like that in the past that bought off the family to keep it, but then, they would have bought at the peak of the market and now they can't sell it or they have to lose money.
Yeah. And also when you sell later on, you don't think about the cost of selling the property.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you're buying it privately, the, cost of buying private, obviously commission or like real estate agents commission isn't factored in. But then if you had to relist that again down the future and selling it, then you're going to go, on the market with an agent, then you've got that cost to factor in and you hadn't done that prior. So just something to be mindful of.
And I just keep thinking about like when you're buying privately, you may overlook all the issues. You might not think there are big issues to you because you already sort of made your peace with that. But be prepared if you are going to put it on the market. And if there are certain issues with the house, it might become a bigger issue than what you think it is.
I think buying privately, you still have to do your due diligence. So you're still got to, I still recommend to do that builder report, get that LIM report because you've been renting it for how many years. Let's say it's a renter buying off their landlord. You're renting it for how many years? It never even crossed your mind to get those reports done, because you're kind of like, well, I've lived here for so long, this is the norm sort of thing. But if you have to sell it in future and there are issues with the LIM report or the builder's report, that's going to cause you nightmares down the track.
Exactly. So yeah, make sure you do your due diligence, even if it's a private sale, especially if it's a private sale.
100%. Yeah.
Look, you might buy in a private sale as well to have an investment property. Like you might have a friend selling their rental and you might jump on that rental. And again, I've seen this happen earlier this year. I had clients buy off their friend as an investment property, not to live in. And yeah, it was, now they've discovered all the different issues with the property and they've sunk a lot of money into the property. And part of them is like, oh, we wish we didn't buy it through this private sale and we did our due diligence properly.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely don't try to be a good guy to your friend and
doing business with friends.
Doing business with friends. Love it. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for listening. And look, we appreciate when you do send us your questions in. And if you do have anything that you want us to cover, feel free to send it through to us and we will do a topic. So just a quick recap. Private sale, should you do it or not? Pros and cons. But as usual, be diligent in what you're doing.
Yep.
And if in doubt, ask a professional. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
And that's a wrap on That Home Loan Hub. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join me next time for more property tips and tricks. Your next smart move starts here.